हेलो एंड अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीबॉडी, हाउ इज़ इट गोइंग। आज के क्लास में हम डिस्कस करेंगे कंट्रैक्शंस को कि व्हाट आर कंट्रैक्शंस, व्हाट आर देयर यूजेज एंड हाउ कैन इट इम्प्रूव आवर स्पीकिंग इंग्लिश। सो इन दिस क्लास यू आर गोइंग टू लर्न व्हाट आर कंट्रैक्शंस, व्हाट आर their implementations and how can we use them and what are some of the examples of them. So this is going to be a very interesting and a bit longer class. So let's jump right in. So contractions, a contraction is a word or phrase that has been shortened by dropping one or more letter. When we drop or when we omit a letter from a certain word, so that become a contracted form. That is what we call it contraction. जब हम किसी word से कोई letter निकालते हैं तो वो जो बन जाता है उसे हम contracted form कहते हैं या contractions कहते हैं. For example, हमारे पास ही word है cannot and this word become as can't, so we drop one n and o from this word और ये बन गया contracted form. So this is called what contractions, when we shorten a word by dropping a letter from it, right? So that is what we call it contractions. उसे हम contraction कहते हैं. Next, in writing, an apostrophe is used to indicate the place of the missing letters. जब कोई letter हम उससे omit करते हैं, निकालते हैं एक word से, तो जो मिसिंग स्पॉट होते हैं, जो मिसिंग प्लेस होते हैं, हम वहाँ पर अपॉस्ट्रोफी लगाते हैं. फॉर एग्जाम्पल वी हैव दिस इज नॉट, सो इट विल बिकम इजंट एंड वी विल ऐड अपॉस्ट्रोफी टू इट. हमने इसकी जगह अपॉस्ट्रोफी लगाई तो इसे कहते हैं व्हाट अपॉस्ट्रोफी, टू प्लेस एन अपॉस्ट्रोफी ऑन द प्लेस ऑफ द मिसिंग लेटर. Next we have contractions are commonly used in speech or written dialogue. We use contractions in dialogues or in speech. Informal forms of writing, जब हम informal writing करते हैं तो इसमें हम contractions का इस्तेमाल करते हैं. Formal writing में नहीं होता, जिस तरह papers होते हैं या academics होते हैं, हम उसमें contractions का इस्तेमाल नहीं करते. Informal writing में हम contraction इस्तेमाल करते हैं. And where space is at a premium such as advertising, और जहाँ पर स्पेस की कमी हो हमारे पास, जिस तरह एडवर्टाइजिंग होती है, तो हम वहाँ पर अपॉस्ट्रोफी हम वहाँ पर कंट्रैक्शन का इस्तेमाल बहुत ज़्यादा करते हैं. एंड नाउ व्हाट आर सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल्स, अब उसकी एग्जांपल क्या है. सो लेट्स डिस्कस सम ऑफ द एग्जांपल ऑफ देम. So all of these are the common contractions we use in English. So here on the first we have is not. यहाँ पर हमारे पास सबसे पहले नंबर पे जो है वो है is not. So is not will become isn't. तो यहाँ पर अगर हम देखें we have two word isn't, is not, ये contracted form में बन जाएगा isn't, right? And we omit one o from this word, it will become isn't. For example, we can say that he is not my brother. In contracted form we will say that he isn't my brother. Isn't my brother. Or not in contracted form will become aren't. For example, they aren't my students. Was not, so was not in contracted form will become wasn't. Was not से क्या बन जाएगा, wasn't. For example, I wasn't driving a car. We can say I was not driving a car. Instead of that, in contracted form we can say I wasn't driving the car, right? Next we have is were not. So were not will become weren't. For example, they were not playing cricket will become they weren't playing cricket. Next we have is do not will become don't. Do not will become don't. For example, I don't like potatoes. So we can also say that in formal writing or in formal talks, I do not like potatoes. Instead of that, with contracted form we can say that I don't like potatoes. I don't like potatoes. Next we have is does not. Does not in contracted form will become doesn't. इससे doesn't बन जाएगा. For example, she doesn't like him. So we can say that she does not like him. In contracted form we would say that she doesn't like him, which means the same. So अगर आप देखें इसमें, तो इसमें contracted forms जो है वो शॉर्टन होते हैं ओरिजिनल फॉर्म से, और ये अपॉस्ट्रोफी की वजह से होते हैं, और ये हम स्पोकन इंग्लिश में बहुत ज़्यादा इस्तेमाल करते हैं, और ये हमारी इंग्लिश को बहुत कुछ स्मूथ और नेचुरल बनाती है. सो इट्स गुड टू यूज़ contractions in your speaking English, in your talks, and it makes your English a little bit more advanced. So try to use them. कोशिश करें कि आप contractions का इस्तेमाल अपने talks में, अपने speech में करें. Next we have is did not. So did not will become didn't. Didn't. For example, I didn't go there. So I didn't go there. Have not will become haven't. Have not will become haven't. For example, I haven't completed my homework. I haven't completed my homework. Had not will become hadn't. Hadn't. For example, I hadn't attended the class. So had not will become hadn't. Next we have is will not. So will not will turn into won't in contracted forms. Try not to be confused between want and won't. Sorry. There is a difference, right? In pronunciation as well and in meaning, definitely in meaning as well. So this is won't, and this is want. Ye won't hai, won't, and this is want. For example, I want to become a doctor, and this is want. I won't come here tomorrow, like this. I am. So I am will become I am. For example, I am Asad. I can also say that I'm Asad. I'm. So if you see that it becomes very fast with contracted English, with contractions. If you use contractions in your spoken English, your English will be fast, smooth, and natural. It will sound natural. So try to use them. In my guess, it sounds a little bit more natural and more nicer. So I can say I am Asad. Instead of that, I can say I'm Asad. I'm Asad. I have will become I've, right? I've. So if you see, I have is a bit long and I've shortened. So it becomes shortened when you use contractions. When you use apostrophe, so they become contracted, they become shortened. Next we have well. I will. So I will become like this. I will come tomorrow. Would. So I would. If you see, so these are 2 letters and these are like for 6 letters, right? So this 6 letter will turn into 2 letters. See how much effect it can have on our English. You are will become your, right? You have will become you have, right? Like this. So HA in this letter will be omitted. We will delete it. We will remove from this, right? And it will become like this. You have. Right? You would will become you would, right? So if you see this WOUL will be omitted and only D plus apostrophe will be added. So it will become you would. You had will become you had, right? So if you see, these are the same, but you will find the difference. You will know the difference after the verb use. If the third form is used, so it will be pronounced as you had, right? And she is, the final word is she is will become she's. Same is the case with he's. It is will become its, right? So we use them like this. She is my sister. Well, we can also say that she's my sister. She's my sister. So if you see, all of these are the contracted forms that we use in English, and it can have a very huge amount of effects on our English. So try to use contractions in your English. It will make your English more smooth, more fast, and more nicer. So that's it for today. Tell me in the comment section below that how was this lesson helpful for you. Please subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, and I will see you soon in the next video. Till then, take care and Allah Hafiz.